Hi, my name is Amy Niklash, and here's my book blessing. Please note I teach secondary, sixth grade social studies, so my text may look a little bit different than some of the early elementary texts that we've been sharing.
My first selection is The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by William Caramba and Brian Mealer, in which this true story becomes a New York Times bestseller. This is a story of survival, culture, and innovation. William is a young Malawian citizen who encounters extreme poverty and famine. His villages consist of 60 families in which they grow tobacco, making rainfall a deterrent of life and death. After having to drop out of school because his family lost their tobacco crops in a famine and could not pay for his education, he designs a windmill out of everyday items. His genius act helps to provide water and electricity to his family and village, securing the lives of the villagers. This is an excellent novel to build prior knowledge of developing nations and how citizens live around the world. My second selection is Wilma Unlimited by Kathleen Kroll, where a sickly African American girl is born to a family of 19 siblings in the South in 1940. Due to her ill health, Wilma contacts polio, and doctors state she will never walk again. With her sheer determination and will, Wilma vowed she would walk again, yet run. She runs so fast she earns a spot on the 1960 Olympic team and wins gold. This story is about hope, perseverance, and fulfilling your chosen destiny. My third choice is Christmas Around the World by Karen Dugan. This nonfiction text examines the diversity of Christmas celebrations around the world. Begin your visit in Australia, where many citizens have made carols by candlelight part of their Christmas tradition. Enjoy a Christmas dinner of baked eel in Italy, or place your shoes on a window of your home in Mexico, only to find treats in the morning. Experience many other Christmas traditions of families around the world through culturally sensitive pictures and learn to make Christmas crafts as citizens from these nations have for years. This book is a great lead into cultural diversity and does help students to see how global citizens can be similar, yet a bit different. Another great idea would be to create country stations where students read the text, complete a processing activity, and then make a craft. A great lesson plan for a multicultural Christmas. Understanding the similarities and differences of the world's religions has never been more important. A great resource to use in any secondary classroom is the Usborne Encyclopedia of World Religions by Susan Meredith and Claire Hickman. This text has beautiful photographs which help students to make visual connections to the various religions of the world. The book is organized by faith, where each section helps the reader to understand where and how the religions began, the main beliefs, rituals, customs, and traditions, along with the sacred holidays. In addition, informative maps, charts, and linked internet websites where students can watch videos, listen to readings, and take virtual tours of temples and shrines are available to learn deeply about the diverse beliefs of the world. My next choice is Mimi's Village by Katie Smith Milway and Eugenie Fernandez. This story does an amazing job of introducing students to the issues surrounding global health and what life is like in a developing nation. Mimi's sister becomes ill after drinking polluted water. Mimi and her family must act quickly to find medical help to save her sister. This is a story of hope and a vision of a better future. Students quickly gather a sense of empathy and empowerment as they learn that if we work together, all children can make a difference in the lives of others. A Night Divided by Jennifer Nielsen is a classroom favorite. This historical fiction text is based off the rise of the Berlin Wall and the desire of East Germans to escape Soviet oppression and live in freedom. Gerda, a 12-year-old girl, is faced with an adult decision as her family is separated by the wall. Students quickly gather a sense of what life is like living under a dictatorship and communism, as these concepts are abstract in nature. The plot sequence is engaging, and each chapter begins with a quote that forecasts the theme of the chapter. Student engagement is high, and the learning from the story is concrete. A must-have for any middle-level social studies teacher. As our world becomes more global and differences in culture and countries arise, many students are interested in North Korea and its oppressive government. In the Shadow of the Sun, written by Anne Sibley O'Brien, is an exciting adventure of courage and survival. Mia, an adopted North Korean American, and her brother Simon are on a tour of North Korea with her father, who is an aid worker. Her father is arrested for spying, and Mia and her brother run from the government soldiers across North Korea. This is an excellent text to teach government systems, oppressive governments, and violation of core democratic values and universal human rights. In addition, the novel includes a travel brochure with a historical background of North Korea and detailed images to help the reader understand the lives of North Korean citizens. This text is a great read aloud or book club book. The Journey, written by Francesca Santa, is an interesting picture book that details the challenges of war and the sacrifices of refugees. This is a great book to introduce the issue of global refugees, as the image tells an impactful story of family life, death, sadness, courage, and hope. The author is very abstract in her style, allowing the reader to infer the true meaning of the text. In addition, this is a great text to use as a classroom model of reciprocal teaching, especially pertaining to the skill of predicting and inferring. My final selection is If the World Were a Village, written by David J. Smith, puts the vast world population of 7 billion into a small village of only 100 people. The purpose of this text is to allow students to study the world in a smaller comparison, creating a globally minded student. Dive deep into the world's nationalities, languages, ages, religions, food, air and water, school and work, money and possessions, energy and health. Each topic has a beautifully illustrated picture where students can identify various ethnic groups and cultures of the world. This is a great lead into the concept of global diversity as students learn about world cultures, such as who they are and how they live, perhaps finding more about our global neighbors and the problems our planet will face in the future. Thank you for watching my book blessing, and I hope you enjoyed my selections. Thank you.